Welcome, everyone. I'm thrilled to introduce Dr. Bruce Fong, the esteemed medical director of Nutronics Labs and the Sierra Integrative Medical Center. Today, he will be discussing the critical issue of declining testosterone levels in men across the globe. We'll delve into the significant impacts this has on health and explore a groundbreaking natural solution, Man's Edge, available at getmansedgenow.com. Dr. Fong, welcome to the program.
Hey, thank you again for having me on. I just really appreciate the opportunity to really spread the news about an exciting new product we have at Nutronics Labs. But as a physician, I always love to educate people because you know what? It's always a team effort. It's you guys got to tell us what's going on, and then we got to come up with a plan that really works for you. So today we want to talk a little bit about testosterone.
Well, I personally want to talk about it because now I'm seeing ads for it everywhere because I'm 46. I'm going to be 47 this year. As soon as I turned 40, I just started seeing all these like, oh, you're going to have problems here, here, and here. And now 7 years almost into it, and I'm working out in the gym 3 days a week. I've lost almost 80 pounds. I have muscles where I never realized I had muscles before. So I'm excited to learn realistically about how this product works and how it can personally benefit me in my workout regimen. So can you first, let's get into the topic itself about testosterone decline and just how widespread is it worldwide?
Unfortunately, every one of us as men has it. I mean, there's studies that actually even suggest that in the last 50 years, we've maybe come through what we call a generational change, that everybody seems to be lower across the board on their testosterone, meaning men primarily who are being studied. And we know that at least by the age of 40, if not possibly sooner, we start to lose maybe 1 to 2% of our testosterone production and utilization every year as we go forward, which means, we could be in trouble. I mean, a lot of guys start experiencing things like ED when they hit their 40s. So again, there's evidence there. I know for a fact that, everything from my mid 30s into my early 40s when I noticed that when I was working out, I wasn't able to put on the muscle as quickly as I used to. My drive to work out went way down for a while. So again, there are a lot of things that are going on here. And then not only societally, I hope I don't make bad waves with this, but yeah, guys, our masculinity has been dumbed down. I'm sorry.
No, it's true. I mean,
I just want to make that statement, guys. We need to, it used to be like grow up hair and go take care of stuff. Now it's kind of like, all right, so I be a little sensitive about this and that, and I'm making that statement for a reason.
Well, Dr. Fong, let's be honest. I turn on the television and all I see are these ads, and these men are just emasculated and they're just stupid, goofy. And this has been a trend in media for 20, 30 years now, at least, at minimum, probably sooner than that. So, there's a real problem, and I mean, when you think about how that works in the media, right? So you have this subliminal programming that's pushing this message through the media and into people's homes, but how does it actually have a biological impact? I mean, over time? Like, what are the primary factors contributing to this issue?
So, I mean, you got that. I mean, there's a sort of if you will, sort of a psyche that's telling you, hey, you don't have to be so masculine, or I'm being told I'm a barbarian or something or whatever. It's the point is, traditionally, men being, if you want to go back to the traditional values, the man being the head of the family or whatever, it's our job to take charge. It's our job to actually, make that that decision and be literally confident in the ability to do it. Honestly, we're in a really dangerous world these days, and I pray that the leadership can play a better role. And sometimes I feel that has a lot to do with possibly this lack of testosterone, or really a lack of being to take charge. And
well, there's an attack on manhood overall. Oh, yeah, it's toxic masculinity if you assert some level of alpha prowess in any situation, and then if you try to explain what's happening, you're mansplaining. Like, there's all this terminology that's destroying what manhood really is, and I think that's it's a shame.
Yeah.
But it really is all on how you ingest your information, because we can believe what they say, or we can live the reality of what God has planned for us all.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about this. The impact of environmental toxins. Okay, first we
Absolutely.
were talking about you know uh, media impact and societal impact,
Mhm.
but what about
Exactly.
environmental elements on hormonal health?
So I'm the medical director of the Sierra Integrative Medical Center, and we as an integrative internist is what I call myself. We look for underlying causes of a lot of other diseases that sometimes you're just plain old a quick fix. Trip to the pharmacy isn't going to fix. So we're talking about toxins and things that we're exposed to every day. Sometimes those things don't impact us right away, and in fact, they tend to, on the most part, be things that build up over time till we hit a critical mass, and all of a sudden, some other problem starts to crop up. In a lot of ways in our environment today, what we see in regards to being emasculated is that we see a lot of things like toxic waste products from plastics, and honestly, hormonal additions to our food chain. I mean, they inject our livestock animals with hormones, and sometimes it gets into dairy products. Again, we have all the things about GMOs, and I'm not necessarily saying all these, the GMOs necessarily bad, but I'm going to say for sure that there are things that are impacting us with effects that we don't know about right away. And these effects, as they stretch down the line, we're going to see impacts on us that we were not expecting, and we certainly wish we had seen them coming, so we could have
Well,
headed them off earlier.
well, if you take a look at, like you said, some of the food, the dairy, the meats that we ingest, like you go to the grocery store and you got options. Okay, you can get the non-GMO corn, or you can get the GMO corn, or you can get the hormone-free meat or the hormone-free milk and no RSBs, whatever. Like there's organic and versus non-organic, and like there's so many different options. Obviously, they're doing something, and of course, there's thousands of chemicals that are restricted from
Exactly.
use in Europe, but we have them here. And you have
Oh, absolutely.
California, they also have their own hardcore implementation of food regulations that,
Right.
sometimes I think it goes a little bit too far, but listen, I'm not a doctor,
Right.
so that's why we're talking to you. Um, so why is maintaining healthy testosterone levels crucial for men's just
Well,
overall well-being?
Well, let me make one more statement on that last
Sure,
part,
go
real
ahead.
quick. So, as a physician, I'm an internal medicine specialist, but if I wanted to, yeah, I could have subspecialized in various fields like cardiology and pulmonology. But more importantly, I want to bring up endocrinology. Endocrinology is probably one of the most difficult facets in medicine because for every action, there's definitely an equal and opposite reaction. A lot of viewers out there may, if you've ever studied, biochemistry and things like that, you may have remembered something, which I hope I don't bring trauma up. But during your final exams, you had to remember something called a Krebs cycle. It's how we produce energy in the body. But the point and there's this huge step, multi-step thing that probably people don't want to remember anymore. I know a lot of doctors try to forget it, but anyway, the bottom line is that where you have different steps, we know that tangentially, if this affects this step, it pushes the reaction in this direction, or if it affects it in this way, it goes that direction, and usually not just two or three directions. It could be a lot of different things. So in our production and utilization of testosterone, I know that there's a lot of factors that we just talked about, environmental toxins and chemicals and hormones, that are playing a role in interfering with our ability to produce. Besides age based reduction, there's an external factor that actually is reducing our production of testosterone. That is my firm belief. And basically, all the other stuff is actually interfering with our ability to utilize what we make. So again, these are all things that are very critical in understanding why it's really important for us to keep those levels higher. Because honestly, in the end, there's definitely a lot of studies that can show you where we studied the female hormone side, and it showed that when ladies hit menopause, meaning critically their estrogen went down to a certain level, they actually started experiencing the same problems that males do in regards to risk to cardiovascular disease, risk to insulin resistance leading towards diabetes and things like that. So again, when our primary hormone, our sex hormone, meaning ladies, it's estrogen, guys, it's a testosterone, in case you didn't know that, we do see a correlation with a risk of increasing an increasing risk of having various maladies, including cardiovascular disease in particular, that we do see. And with the decreasing muscle mass or tone, because we use testosterone to maintain that, we see a decrease of lean body mass, which could lead to an increase of, say, fat body mass, and that leads to the possibility of increased risk for insulin resistance, which can lead to diabetes. So things like this are very important to understand. Wow. This is why it's actually important about maintaining your testosterone level, not just because you want to be, because I just saw the guy on our from our website about the big bodybuilder guy. But again, I mean, I would like to look like that too if I had the chance to work out more. But thanks for rubbing that in. No, I'm kidding. But anyway, the bottom line is that I would love to look like that too. And then I think I can, if I had the time to do it, I would do it. But it's really important. It's not just because you want to look great for yourself or the others around you, but it's really about maintaining that strong body so that we can continue in that role that we talked about earlier, being able to lead, being able to be confident in what we do, and really to keep ourselves, as well as we can be, to reduce our risk factors for other diseases.
Let's talk about the product itself now, Man's Edge. So what makes it stand out from other testosterone boosters? I know I've tried different products in the past. I'm anxious to try this one. What makes it stand out?
So number one, we take three of the most effective natural products we know of. The most effective being the Fenugreek. Then, of course, there's Tribulus, and there's also Tongkat, also known as Longjack. And we combine those in this product along with our signature, which is the Deer Antler Velvet, which the primary derivative of that is insulin-like growth factor 1, which is, by the way, the main motivator of all the beneficial stuff you see with growth hormone. And so that was our original product, and it was all delivered in a liposomal delivery system, meaning a fat-based delivery system. Because if you just took this stuff as pills, and you took this stuff as something else you simply swallowed into the stomach, guess what? Most of it, if not all of it, would get destroyed before you could really absorb anything substantial. So by our delivery system with all of the products, it's in this particular case, it's a liquid that we drop through this fat-based delivery system under our tongue. So most people out there are probably familiar with folks who have chest pains and things like that. They take nitroglycerin, but you don't swallow the nitroglycerin tablet. You stick it and you let it dissolve into your tongue, because that nitroglycerin, which causes the blood vessels to dilate and open up so you can reduce the chest pain, has to get in the bloodstream really rapidly. And I think the sublingual or under the tongue route is clearly proven to be highly effective. It's much underutilized. And so with using a liposomal delivery system, we are actually guaranteeing a high 90th percentile delivery of all these compounds we just talked about, the Fenugreek, the Longjack, and the Tribulus, the IGF-1. And now, with the newer improved product, we're putting L-arginine and L-citrulline in there, which is going to increase your nitric oxide, which is going to increase your blood flow, which also helps to move these things around, and also to help you to in this case, like the gentleman who's a bodybuilder there, it's going to help increase the flow into the muscles, which allows the muscles to develop better, to be able to maintain better, really just increase blood flow throughout the body. I can tell you that.
How do all these ingredients synergize together? Because obviously taken individually, they only have an effect, but when they come together in one single product, how does it work to boost the testosterone?
So every single one of those ingredients we just talked about, the Tongkat in particular, have been shown to increase the production of testosterone throughout the body. So working synergistically, there is a high impetus to increase your natural production of testosterone. On top of that, all the ingredients also have a specific function towards the utilization of the actual testosterone at the receptor sites. And again, Tongkat being the Fenugreek being the one that has been most recently studied, it shows an increased effect of that testosterone to those tissues for what we're looking for in all across the board. So again, the combination of these three highly effective ingredients that all bolster production of testosterone, and in particular, some of them work more towards the utilization of that said testosterone at the receptor side, and then being able to, most importantly, deliver them to the bloodstream where they can reach the target tissues is actually the critical part about how this product's put together. And now adding the L-citrulline, L-arginine, increasing the blood flow, we're actually furthering that effect. Also, as a personal aside, increasing my nitric oxide in me has helped me to reduce my blood pressure, for instance, and
Really?
I've pretty much almost gotten off of my actual meds, which was really nice. Again, this is something, again, but by the way, nobody do that unless you talk to your doctor. I want to make sure I plug that. I'm happy to talk to you too if you ever want to reach out to me. But the point is that this product in and of itself, I'm going to say, is one of the most effective products that is out there. And I would tell you that with all the research and all the combination of the ingredients, but in particular, that delivery system with the liposomal system has actually made it really, it's really, using a video game term, because I have so many kids, it's a level up. It's a major level up in how you actually deliver the stuff. And it's more effective because the stuff is actually getting to your tissues. Mm-hmm. Again, like I said, a lot of the other ingredients, you're simply taking as pills or liquids that you swallow. The stomach acid destroys them, or the enzymes in the intestines would destroy them. You never get a chance to really absorb them very well. And the vast majority of them are really wiped out. And in particular, the growth factor that I said was in there, the IGF-1, the Deer Antler Velvet, which that's our signature product, which I'm going to talk about in a second here. But we have some of that in this. And those growth factors are extremely fragile when it comes to stomach acid and digestive enzymes. They're just not going to get in there unless you want to play Russian roulette and take a whole bunch of it and hope some of it makes through. So again, these are the critical reasons why I think that the Man's Edge product from Nutronics Labs is probably the pinnacle of a nutritional support, or if you want, nutritional supplement support for the testosterone and really the maintaining of health, especially in males.
Now, can you tell us about some of the success stories from users of Man's Edge?
I can tell you that myself, when I was actually really run down, I've had a really, without getting into my own personal issues, but I've had a really rough couple of years here. I realized I had to start working out to make myself actually feel better again. And as I was saying to you earlier, I had zero motivation to do so. And when I started utilizing this product, it not only allowed me to get motivated to do this, but along with the Nutronics IGF-1 Plus, which I would combine this with, I actually saw significant gains in my ability to put on muscle, maintain muscle, and more importantly, to kind of burn off all the fat that was not necessarily from me overeating, but was from my stress. Things like cortisol sometimes can produce a lot of fat and things like that. And I was able to actually burn a lot of that off. And I felt a lot better. And so, again, this product not only helped me to achieve my physical workout goals, for instance, but it actually helped with something inside. It changed my mindset because I saw my gains faster. I saw that things were working better. But also, I want to say there's just something about it that made me feel more confident inside. There was something about it that changed my perspective on things, and it allowed me to keep moving forward.
That's amazing. That is really amazing. Well, I'm anxious to give it a shot because, working out in the gym, I take a lot of supplements. Primarily, I take DHEA. I also take just protein supplements, primarily glutathione as well, antioxidant. And I have tried pill form of the style of a product like this. Took it for a long time. It had a lot of the ingredients that you mentioned, but not the Deer Antler Velvet, which I think is really game changing. Because once I learned, we're gonna have Dr. Fong on again, I said, okay, well, let's take a look at these products. Let's do some investigative research on what this Deer Antler Velvet really is, and how it can help you. So it's definitely something I want to try into or add into my regimen just to see what kind of additional gains that I can get. Because I'm doing a lot of heavy weight training 3 days a week. I'm seeing really good results, but I always want to get another edge. So I think that this is something that would really help me, and I think a lot of our viewers out there who are going through the same thing I am.
Yeah, man, that's one of the reasons it was named Man's Edge. It was to give you that edge to be able to get ahead, whether it was for working out or getting your confidence built. But let me take a couple of seconds. I want to talk
Sure.
about just what you said. Our original signature product, known as the IGF-1 Plus, it's actually a Deer Antler Velvet extract. And again, without getting super deep in the details, Chinese medicine has known that deer antler has been a foundational remedy for all times. It helps with all kinds of things. But most importantly, as we came into researching it in the 20th century, we realized it was because deer antler was, again, deer lose their antlers every year and they grow a brand new rack in 110 days. It was the inside of the growing deer antler that was a critical part, meaning that as we researched it, we discovered that it had the same growth factors that we have in our body when we have the presence of human growth hormone.
No kidding.
So by that token, when we take this, and again, this is humanely gotten. The deer are tranquilized. The antlers are removed right in the middle of their growth cycle, and the deer are all organically fed. They're all from New Zealand and stuff like that. But the bottom line is the inside of the antler is then vacuumed out, cold pressed like you do olive oil. And what you get is this kind of this dark, sticky, brownish liquid, and then that's immediately mixed in with the liposomal delivery system, and there's your product right there. And again, it has the insulin-like growth factor 1, which is the main motivator of growth hormone. With it and some of these other growth factors, you're going to actually, if we're in subject we're talking about, you're going to probably definitely see your ability to put on muscle a lot faster. You're actually helping to burn fat. You're actually resetting a lot of the hormonal base levels in the body, meaning you're resetting your foundation. I know for a fact that the IGF-1 itself increases secretion of luteinizing hormone, which can produce testosterone and estrogen in the respective genders. And the bottom line is that this product mixed with 13 or 14 other growth factors is a complete growth matrix, including things that prevent unnecessary or unwanted cell growth from developing. So it's a great product. It's been around several decades. It's been, for more than 3 decades, and it's got a really proven track record, an extremely proven safety record. There's never been any ill effects from taking it. That there were anything of major consequence of all. And again, it's something that we really stand by, and that's the base product that everything else from Nutronics Labs grows from. And
you guys have quite a suite of products on your website.
Yeah. So, and again, I want to mention out there that a lot of this was originally because of our founder, Rick Lentini's relative who had ALS at the time. He was looking for something that would give his relative a better quality of life before the relative passed away. The relative was actually given days to live, and they started the product, and they not only lived for quite a bit longer, like several months worth of time longer, but they had a very good quality of life while they did it. So that's where the product started. And also I need to reach out this way. Our founder, of course, is a veteran. The company is run by veterans, and we are here for all the veterans, and in particular. So a lot of these products are here for us to help maintain ourselves as strong as we were. So again, that's a message from that it's from us to you guys as well. But in particular, we want this for everybody, because we all need to take our own steps to make sure that we maintain ourselves as best as we can. Because honestly, there's nothing that's going to stop aging, but we certainly can help ourselves along. The oldest adage in the book is an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
Yeah.
Or there's an Asian version of that, it's Confucianism, which is no success can compensate for the premature failure of our bodies. So with these compounds that we have here, the IGF-1 plus, the Man's Edge that we're talking about today, and there's a whole slew of other ones that we can talk about some other time, but they are all there to help each and every one of us be the best that we can be, and to turn around and fight off these things that really might not be necessary in our bodies. We can kind of prevent a lot of the diseases if we can keep ourselves to our so we say peak state if we can.
Let's talk about our viewers specifically watching right now. How can they benefit from the current promotions, and where can they purchase Man's Edge specifically?
Okay, so you have it right there on the screen there. It says so it's Get Man's Edge Now, without any abbreviations or dashes. So getmansedgenow.com. And I think there's sorry, I'm looking at my note here. There's a special code. It's called Next News, which is of course your show, and it's just NEXTNEWS, and in the special code area that you would enter when you're on the website, and you would not only would get 50% off by doing that and signing up for what's called auto ship, meaning that the company will send you
Wait, 50% off?
Yes,
That's
just by signing for auto ship. Yeah, so we want everybody to be able to get on board this stuff, and I think it's going to really make a huge impact in changing a lot of our lives. And so we're that confident that you're going to see that difference as well. And also for a limited time now, if you buy any IGF-1 product, when you join AutoShip, you will get any IGF-1 product in addition to this for free. So we want to make sure that gets out there. I'm sorry, that part I have to look at a note because we change our promotions occasionally. So I want to make sure I stated correctly. So again, when you sign up for AutoShip, going to getmansedge.com, getmansedgenow.com, and you use the promotion code NEXTNEWS and you sign up for AutoShip, you get 50% off. But in addition to that, for your viewers and that are out there, we will also include any additional IGF-1 product for free.
Wow. Okay.
So that's how strongly we feel about it. We want you,
folks, use code NEXTNEWS. Code NEXTNEWS when you go there to get the product.
Exactly.
And then email me. I want to hear how this product has affected you specifically. And you can find my email. You can simply go in the description of this video. You sign up for our email list, and you'll find how to email me. So when you go ahead and get this product, send me your testimonials. I will forward them on to Dr. Fong. I'm sure once you buy the product, you'll be able to get in touch with Dr. Fong as well. So you could tell him your personal testimonials. And I'd love to do a follow-up with you, Dr. Fong. And we could read some of those testimonials from some of our viewers.
That'd be amazing. And one more thing, I was asked also in my notes to remember to kind of mention, we do have an auto ship program. A wholesale program that if we have physicians and other practitioners out there that would like to sell the product through their actual practices, we certainly would make the wholesale program available to you so that it becomes a win-win for all sides.
All right, Dr. Fong. I hope that someday I'll be able to look like this guy on our screen here.
Yeah, me too.
All right, Dr. Fong, thank you so much for illuminating this urgent issue and introducing Man's Edge as a viable solution. Remember, maintaining optimal testosterone levels is key to a vigorous and fulfilling life, so explore what Man's Edge can do for you. Take a step towards enhanced vitality and health. Order your product now. GetMan'sEdgeNow.com. Use the promo code NEXTNEWS. And make sure you get their exclusive promotion. 50% off on auto ship is pretty significant. So, Dr. Fong, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my friend. And God bless you and all your viewers, and stay strong.
All right, you too. All right, folks, stay strong, stay healthy, and I hope to read your testimonials because I'm looking forward to getting this product personally, adapting it into my regimen of my workout every day. So I want to hear yours. So make sure that you do sign up for our email newsletter. You'll be able to communicate with me personally and directly. So when you do, let's start that exchange of communication. And of course, if you also want to leave a comment below on your personal experience, that's another great place where we can continue this conversation. We'll see you at the next report for the Next News Network. I'm Gary Franchi. Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.